we've got a special treat tonight. Jason Maldonado. This brother if you hear his story, I don't want to take too much thunder from his story, but I want to tell you a little bit about Jason Maldonado. This is a passionate humanitarian with a commitment to achieving social justice through a lifetime involvement in multidisciplinary experiences such as mental health and substance abuse counseling and community development, skilled in program and project development with an expertise in networking and nonprofit administration. You can read his bio. I'll tell you about it later, but let me just tell you something personal about Jason. Listen here, Jason cuts it straight. He cuts it straight. He tells you what's on his mind, and he's a hard worker. He loves his people. He loves his community. He's gone through some things in the past. When you want to talk about Phoenix rising from the ashes, he is not only is he overcome, but as he'll tell you, he is still doing the work. And I don't know where he finds the time to do all the stuff that he does.
I don't.
So, he goes out into the community and works. And I'll tell you, he could teach it. Now, he's going to teach a class today, but he can do an entire curriculum based upon using his experiences, learning from his background in the community to take that and then intertwine that knowledge for the benefit, for the good of those. He told me the other day, he said, Ryan, I went and I told those individuals at the job, this is what we need to get it done. And this is how we got to get it done. They gave him a specialized role with increased pay because of that. I said, man, you need to teach a course on how to get people promoted with a higher level of salary. I mean, this is great stuff you're doing. So Jason Maldonado is one of the best students in the class. He brought it every single week. He paid attention, and we talked multiple times throughout after the class, and that's where the rubber really hits the road in terms of the Each One Teach One course. He really took it to heart to say, not only do I want to help learn financial education, but I want to learn it from my parents. I want to learn it from my daughter. I want to learn it for the community. I want to learn it for the people that I serve. I want to teach it to them. I mean, you talking about taking ownership of these principles. I couldn't ask for somebody better than that. And I'm not going to take his thunder today. Jason Maldonado, it is an honor to have you sitting here with us today. You are impressive beyond measure. And with that, Jason, the floor is yours. Tell us your story.
Wow, Ryan. Thank you so much. That's a lot. That's a lot you got to say for me. Thank you so much. I'm pretty I can talk about myself in a lot, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. I just to start with the story, I'm born in a little village. I was born in St. Anthony's Hospital. I'm from the neighborhood. My family's lived there since the 60s. I've been there since the 60s. We moved to my neighborhood in Little Village, on the west side of Little Village in Cape Town in 1974. When we first moved there, we were probably one of the first Mexican families there. And by 1979, the demographics of the community changed. Growing up in the neighborhood, I was involved with guys in the neighborhood, and through my activity with them and making some mistakes, I went away to prison. I was in prison for 13 years as a young man. I was charged as an adult. So from 16 to I was 30, I was incarcerated. While I was there, I self-educated myself. I went to school, got my associate's degree there, got almost all my credits for my bachelor's degree. Came home and finished my bachelor's degree and graduated on stage with Roosevelt University. My bachelor's is in social science. Being out in the world, when I came home in 1997, I quickly realized that I need more than just a bachelor's degree. So all my student loan, I didn't have no student loan debt at that time. I needed more. So I went back to school to go and get my master's degree. So I talked to my professors, and I wanted to get my master's in psychology. They said, well, Jason, you would have to go back to your undergrad and do so. I said, so you might as well go here. And they encouraged me to go in sociology, which as my master's in sociology gives me a broad perspective of society, and working in the community puts me at other levels. So I kind of see it from a bigger perspective all the way to the personal, right? So, and that's, having education is a beautiful thing. It's liberating. you know, but the debt that comes with it ain't. And that's the crux of the majority of the debt I have is probably with came from me going to school, because when I came home, I had no credit history. So me applying for grants and for money, they sent me. I started getting my student loans, and the credit cards started coming to me. They started sending me applications. So I didn't, being free, I didn't. I had just got home. I wasn't financially educated. I didn't know about budgeting. I wasn't really aware about credit and the importance of credit, and having a credit card, and sometimes, when I first came home, I walked from my house, I went to the mall by my house, and I got myself a job, right? And I worked. But sometimes, the jobs might have came and went. Sometimes I was let go because of jobs, because my background was found out. I was in prison before, so I was let go. So I didn't want to ask my family for money, so I lived off the credit card. And I'm thinking just paying minimum payments going to do it. It doesn't. It'll put you in debt. Put me in debt. So over time, being free, going from jobs and stuff, like, we'll talk about employment and job searches in a minute, but just talking about just the debt of acquiring through the student loans, and how much that can really burden on somebody. Um, it would be like the student getting my master's degree was a great accomplishment for me. And it's just like, I would supposedly think that, well, you got a degree now, you can afford to pay this back right away. And having a background made it a challenge. And there's been times talking about jobs, looking for jobs, doing job searches. Man, I've been times where I went from door to door, literally through like corridor strips of places, going from place to place, back to back, just putting applications, doing dry walk-ins, making cold calls, because just trying to stay legal and stay honest, right? Not trying to get myself involved in things that'll put me back in prison. And not to say that I always did. But sometimes I had to do what I had to do to make ends meet. But those are other stories. But looking for jobs, the best thing that I found that I want people to really take away is networking. Networking is really important. Having a wide variety of people to talk to. My friends were probably been the best ones to help me get jobs. I have a friend, he works with me now, Guillermo Gutierrez. He's helped me get quite a few jobs, and I'm giving him a shout out. Give him a shout out. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have been connected and be right here where I'm at today. And I deeply appreciate him for that. I want to give shout outs to my moms and to other family members, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. So network's important, knowing people. To me, networking is the basis of power, the ability to get things done, right? So talking about student loans, Ryan, taking a financial literacy class, he threw him to, hey, Ryan, I got these student loans here. And he's helped me with putting some paperwork together and applying for getting the student loans taken care of. And man, that's, just seeing the possibility that I could get financial literacy, getting help. It's been very tremendous. Just a few more things. The bankruptcy, that I did that because it was almost like I had to. I didn't want to. It's like I had to. I was put in a space, in a place where basically my back was against the wall. So I had a new job, I had a new car, a new apartment, and a new baby, right? And I started working, and then they started finding me. The credit cards, they started finding me. They started sending me letters and court documents to show up at court, to do stuff. So I would just go in and agree to whatever they say and sign the paper, and I didn't have the money to pay them anyways, right? So They found out where I worked at and they started trying to garnish my wages. And I couldn't have that. Like I said, I had a new car, a new house, a new apartment, a new baby, my daughter Melody. And so my friend Guillermo told me about, hey man, check these people out, they do bankruptcy. So I hustled the money up. It cost me about $999 to get rid of 187,000 in credit card debt. It was $187,000. Hospital bills and credit card debt. That was a lot. And it's been years since. I haven't used a credit card since then. And it's well, how are you going to build your credit up? Because you need credit to get a house. You need credit to do it. This is how this society runs. It's on credit, your financial standings. And having an understanding that, we're used to cash, pay with cash, so, learning about this stuff is like, well, this is really important, having the credit score. And I don't even know what my credit score could have been if I would have messed it up, because I never even paid attention to all that, right? So I know what it was after the bankruptcy. It was in the low 500s. I don't know if it's bottom 400s. I don't know. It was down there somewhere, But over time, I built my credit back up. I purchased vehicles, kept consistent payments on them, and now Ryan helped me go in there. We went and looked at check my credit reports. We challenged different debts that were unfair debts that should have been written off a long time ago. And I see my credit score rising. You know what I'm saying? I see it rising. It still needs work. You know what I'm saying? It still needs work, but I'm going to get there, right? So just a few other things I want people to realize. We work every day, and some of the jobs we do are very challenging. And I don't know where you work at or what you do, but you got to take care of yourself. The more you do, the more they're going to want, right? That's one thing. Also, the more you take on, the more you got on your plate is the less you can't do everything, because then you won't be able to do anything. Those are things I want people to take away. You got to take care of yourself, because the bottom line is no matter how much wealth you have, the best wealth you got is your health and your family. Another thing I want people to take away is that always pay your bills first. Always handle your business first. And always, every time you get paid, do something for yourself. Pay yourself, whether it's buying yourself a shirt, taking yourself out, or whatever you do that you feel you like. Do something for yourself, but always pay your bills first. And now I add to that savings. I add my savings, and it goes in automatically. The savings goes in automatically. Sometimes I have to go in and pay for the gas, but I've been maintaining a base of my savings. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I got for all that. So I just like I said, I just want to thank everybody it's such an honor to be here, to have people present here, my co-workers and everybody present. It's such an honor and privilege. And thank you, everybody, and for your time.